Hey guys, this is my weekly report for September 26th. And just to give you a little things I've been doing this week, earlier in the week I went up to Berryessa and I went with Blade Runner, Rick, and we went to spoon some bass, but I had a little problem with electric motor, so we had a hard time drifting around. We only caught a few, but we grafted a lot, and it looks like, fall's here and looks like it's going to be a place to go pretty soon. Then I went down to Sherman, and we did pretty good. Warren and Denise and I went out there, and we found a lot of stripers. It was tough in the morning because the water's a little dirty. It's been so windy. And like we're out here today, and it's blowing at least 30. But we caught some stripers. We caught most of them on fish traps, and we got a new technique. I'll tell you guys about it. But there was a few other guys I knew out there, and they didn't get any, and we smoked them. So I think it works. And then I took out Luke here, and we're down in the Delta. It's blowing really hard today, and it's really tough. And I'll let Luke explain what we did today. It's tough because of the wind, huh?
Yes.
And what'd you do?
We did a little bit of flipping and some bladed jig.
Yeah, you caught your first flip fish, didn't you?
Yes.
So, and he lost a couple because he sets the hook pretty good, but he just has to stop and look at it. You're not in a lake. So remember what I told you, right? Yank that hook and reel until the fish is next to the boat.
Yep.
And what else you catch them on today? Blades. You could tell these people, So, but we had a fun day considering the weather that we had was really bad. Really, really windy out here today. So other than that, that's what I did this last week. And I know you guys are waiting for for this weather to lay down. Like I said before, this is the most windiest year that I can remember. It just blows all the time. My brother and Michael, my nephew, went to Moss Landing today for bluefin. So I'll see how they did, but because there was a little window where they think they could get out there and troll for about 4 hours, 5 hours, and then head back in. But the bluefin fishing, when you could get out, they've been hooking some. So there's a lot of them in the area, and guys are starting to catch them when you could get out there. The albacore, they were here, and now they're gone. It's good to watch the water break temperature because the albacore is really critical. Bluefin, I would say, you'll still find them in 56, 58 degree water, where the albacore, they'll book out of here. So, just watch, when it permits, because, nobody wants to go 50 to 80 miles out. So watch it. And you could go on the coast side. They got a app there where you could get on and look at the temperature break and where that water is moving in or out. But the other things going on, halibut fishing in the bay is still pretty decent. Tomales Bay is actually on fire, but you can always go to the live bait and go drift around Alcatraz and stuff and catch halibut. Caldon, James Smith, he got into some stripers last week. And one of the things about the stripers in the Delta, when the water cooled down to 67 about 2-3 weeks ago, there was a big school came in. We were killing them all the way up in Liberty, and we got them in Sherman and out by Pittsburgh. And then it got warm again. The water, it started getting in 100 degrees. The water warmed up into 74, 75, and they took off. And they just go out. I explained this to Warren and Denise that, they'll go back out, mosey their way and get almost to the bay over by Brothers and Sisters, hang around there until we get a good rain and the water temperature cools, and they'll start coming back and make the Delta their home. Rock fishing has been solid if you could get out. I know James on the Caldon was slaughtering the lingcod, and I got friends that were going up to Bodega Bay and also catching a lot of lings and blues and blacks. So the bottom fishing, when weather permits, is definitely worth going to. Surf fishing, I don't know. I haven't heard. I got a couple guys that go, but I haven't heard they haven't been going out. But other than that, we're going to come back into the bay and talk a little bit about stripers. It's a little bit tough We got them the other day, and I had a couple friends out there, and they didn't. There's not a whole lot of fish out there, so you really have to work at it and know where to go to get them. They're not everywhere. So the ones that are here are pretty tough to find, but once you find them, limits seem to be easy, no problem. Bass fishing in the Delta, like me and Luke did today for rough weather. We caught quite a few fish, but nothing big, huh? I think you
All
lost
small.
the biggest one because you didn't sit and reel like I keep telling you. But the bass bite's been pretty good down here. And I anticipate if we get some cooling where the weather drops in at 85 to 87 around in there during the day, nights cool off, the bite's going to get a lot better. So I think when's your tournament? The 5th and 6th, I think. Yes. So if the weather cools, I'm predicting that you're going to come in with a decent bag. So, just remember what I told you, right? Set and reel. So, the Delta's going to be on fire here pretty quick as soon as this weather changes. Lakes, like I said, Berryessa, I was up there because Rick was up there, caught 50 fish spooning. I know all the other lakes, Folsom, they're dropping Folsom a lot, and usually when you drop a lake like that, it really gets a little bit tough. And but I know a lot of the other lakes, people are actually doing pretty good. Trout fishing. Well, getting back to the bay, guys, if you guys, the shark fishing has been off the hook too. Jay Lopes has been going out there and having 30, 50 fish days on leopards. So if you want to hook up and go on a shark trick or any bay, it's easier to actually call one of these guys. And these guys, I'm giving your names. I'm not going to give you their number and everything because it's too much trouble. You just Google them, and Cal Don, Jay Lopes, Richie Acosta, Steve Mitchell. You can Google those guys, give them a call, and they'll let you know what's going on. I know Cal Don wants to do some tuna trips, but those are on like a 2-3 day notice, so you got to be on like a call. But you just call them, tell them you're interested, and then they'll call you when they're getting ready to go out there. Big Nate's been still killing the trout at Berryessa. Those are those Eagle Lake trout. And he's been catching them all year and still getting fish in that 5-pound range. And then Eagle Lake, actually up north, is on fire. It's been the best that it's been in years. They're catching solid fish, but the limit's only 2. But they're catching a lot of nice sized fish. Tim Nixon, up there, give him a call if you want to go up there and troll. He's been catching the heck out of them. But trout at Orville, I heard, is a sleeper. A lot of trout in that 4 to 6 pound range. I know Comanche's been good. Nobody's there. They're in 40 to 60 feet for the guys that have been going there. Kokanee's coming to an end. It's getting late in the year. You can still catch them, but they're starting to change. Hook nose, they're starting to turn red. They're just a salmon, so, they're starting to turn right now. Salmon fishing up north, since we don't have a season here, has been pretty good up in Oregon. You can call Bob Spar or Steve Huber. I know those guys are slaying them right now if you want to run up there. Crappie fishing is starting to turn on as the weather gets cool and the water temperature is cool. I'll start to do that. I grafted some earlier in the week and saw them, let a jig down there, caught a couple, and I said, forget it. I'm going to wait. So I'm going to wait till it cools off a little bit. Then if you guys want to do any local fishing in the American River, stripers or steelhead, I know they're still catching them. Kyler Perry and Austin Wilson are a couple of the guys that you might want to give a call. Don't forget the Pyramid Lake opens October 1st. I'm going to be up there on October 3rd with Sept, and I'm going to teach that guy how to spoon. So anyway, I'm still doing this consulting, so if you need help on your electronics or any kind of targeted fishing, you can give me a call. You could go on info@Alan Outdoors and look under bookings, and it'll show you how to do it. Every Saturday morning on your way fishing on California Sportsman's and Ultimate Bass at 6:40 in the morning on channel 1140 on the AM dial. You've been on Ultimate Bass, weren't you?
Yes.
You were actually in the studio, huh?
Yeah.
But I remember that day. You need to learn to talk more.
Oh, he still owes me that.
Yeah. So he still owes you one, don't he?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll see you there again. Anyway, if you guys need a boat or you need electronics, any trouble with your motor running, or you need to buy a boat, go see Gone Fishing Marine. And that Duckworth I got is going to go up to sale real quick here. So if you're interested in that 20-footer, fully loaded, it'll be back at the shop next week. And again, Blind Squirrel Channel, check it out and see if you like it. That guy there, he even posts when he don't catch them, where most people don't. Anybody that does a YouTube channel always posts everything that they're slaughtering the fish. Anyway, if you like this, hit that like button. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Say bye.
Bye.
And tell them you're going to kill them next week, aren't you? Let's go get them.
I'm gonna rip some lips.
There you
next
go.
week.
See you next week. Say bye.
Bye.